What's up guys, Take the YT here, and today I'm going to be swapping logic boards of an iPhone 6. I was just in the midst of doing this, but then I thought I should make a video on this. So basically I removed the battery and these two connectors, or two coverings. So yeah, the battery was already removed, I just unplugged it. But yeah, I guess let's get straight into this video. This has an FMI on water damage board, and this is an FMI off gold board that doesn't do anything, but I just want to swap logic boards anyways to see if I can get this one to work somehow. It doesn't boot with a charged battery, but I'll try and get it in DFU mode and things like that. Then here I have a screen and a battery for it. This screen is in shambles, but it works fine. This also works fine, but it's at 54% battery health, I believe. So I guess let's get straight into removing the board. First I gotta make this stable. Let me just do that off camera. Okay. Now that I've made that unstable, I already removed this screw, but there's supposed to be a screw right here, and I think I removed it and it's in the living room where I was working before. But I guess we'll just start removing the other things. Oh no, that's actually just for the battery connector, but yeah, let's start removing the logic board screws. So there's one screw by the SIM card trace, and you also need to remove the SIM card tray. I guess I'll remove that before I forget and try to take out the logic board and damage it, even though it's already broken and have my on. Oh, by the way, I think this is a 64, yeah, it's a 64 gigabyte logic board, so that's sad. So basically there's one screw there, and then the rest of the screws are basically just at the top, and there's so much screws, it's really annoying. So I guess I'll just start removing those. There's one right here, and I have this nice little regular screwdriver that's, I forgot where I got this from. Oh yeah, I got it on a phone screen, and it was just like shoved in there. Somebody clearly just put in their own tools that they didn't need. It wasn't like an actual company, it's just like some dude. But yeah, it's a pretty nice screwdriver. I'm just gonna take off these two screws right here, and these are just taking off the screws to the bracket that covers the volume buttons and power button and flash, as the power button and flash are on the same cable for some reason. And also a tip for removing iPhone logic boards, you're going to want to put the screws in the order that they came out. I'm pretty sure everybody else would have guessed to do that anyways, but that's something that you want to do, because if you don't, you could actually mess up the logic board if you put in the screws the wrong way. So you want to always leave them in the order they came out like. So I'm just going to remove some more screws at the top left corner of the phone. I'm not quite sure what components are on the top left corner of the phone. All I know is that I need to remove the screws there. Yeah, I have literally no idea what this part of the phone is used for. It's probably just some sub-component, I don't know. I actually have the logic board right there that I'm going to be putting it in. I actually do not see much here besides that connector. I think that's really it. And then the two connectors on the back. So I guess it's just kind of there to hold things and connect things, I don't know. But yeah, let's get rid of this screw as well, and then it actually covers up more screws right here. And this is more of like the work that I do off camera for my videos. I just want to show you guys what I do. And I usually do this in the living room because there's a bigger table there, since this table is usually filled up with phones and parts and other things from other builds. But I do iPhone logic boards in the living room because there's more table space to line up the screws. Because with Android phones, they're just all the same size, so it doesn't matter. And there's like way much less screws. And then after that, there's a screw right here. I've got this like all memorized now. I've removed iPhone 6 logic boards a lot. And then this camera one doesn't need to come out. And then I think there's one behind the camera. Usually you have to like pull it up. It's not like going to damage it. I don't even care if it damages it. I have so much iPhone 6 parts. Let me just do this off camera real fast. I don't even know if there's a screw there. I think that's on the iPhone 5S, but I forgot about the iPhone 6. Well, let's just use a flat head and remove these screws, which are used to hold in connectors. I can show you. These are little screw holes that aren't built into the board or casing that are used to hold on other things. So let's just put that right there real fast. And then I think there's one more of those. Oh wait, no there isn't. Okay, let me also unclip the dock connector, and I think that's all of our screws undone. I am not quite sure. I usually just wing it every time, and yeah, I'm pretty sure there's actually a cable or a cord underneath here. Here it is. Wait, no, it's not. That has nothing to do with it actually. Yeah, there's supposed to be one right here. Oh, it's already undone. There's supposed to be one right here, because as you can see on this logic board, there's a hole there. And yeah, I guess it's just not here on this one. I don't know. I guess let's start removing the actual logic board. So here we go. Just gotta remove it there, and boom. Here's the iPhone logic board. And I've only been recording for 5 minutes now, and off camera I've just been trying to find a screwdriver. So yeah, I guess let's put on the other one now. This was actually in a bent iPhone casing, so that's why it probably doesn't work. But yeah, it has no iCloud. The only bad thing is a bad ESN, and it didn't come with the home button because it was extremely smashed and it had fallen out. So I'm gonna put the screws in so I can show you guys on camera. Another thing you want to do, a little trick for the top left corners, is you need to find, you know, where this thing lines up. I forget a lot. Probably like this. I don't know, let me find it off camera. So it goes in like that, and then you need to find the screws that it's covering up, and then put in the screws that it's covering up first. So as you can see, when I put this thing down, the screws that it covers up are these two, which I won't have access to after. So let's start putting these screws in. Their rightful holes. Haha, funny joke right there. Yeah, let's just start putting them in. There's one, and then there's another one right here. I don't know why Apple decided to use 20, I think there was 17 screws, or 20 screws all used, not counting the connector brackets, to put this entire phone together. I think this motherboard does have kind of a flex to it. I'm going to put in the SIM card tray so it stops flexing. Yeah, it's right scum, it's flexing on us. So yeah, that's basically what it's covering up. You just want to put in those two. Again, I'm not quite sure why Apple decided they needed this many screws in a phone. I don't know why. Let me do a thing. Sorry, I had to do something. But yeah, I don't know what happened. I think I'm missing one screw. Yeah, wait. No, I think I just put one in wrong. I don't care. These are all the same size on these ones. So I guess let's just put these two in right here. Then this one, which is a longer screw. So this one does matter. The other one doesn't. Actually, these are just going into the casing, so it's not like it's going to damage anything. The only time it damages screws, the only time screws actually damage the phone is if it's on the logic board, like where the connectors are, or the brackets that hold on connectors for the screen and battery. So there's one right there, and then let's put in this other one. The only bad thing that would happen if you put in too long of a screw into a casing like piece would just be it not fitting. So that just fell normally, as happens a lot. I don't know, but yeah, let's just put this screw in too, right here. Then I need to find that bracket. First I need to put in this screw on the bottom, which is covered up. But yeah, I got this board for $20 on eBay after my off a bad ESN, but it was in a bent casing and they said it did turn on. I thought it would still work, and because the casing was pretty bent, but the motherboard didn't seem very bent, and when I took it out it wasn't bent, and I'm just confused as why it doesn't work, because it wasn't water damaged or anything, but the actual water damage indicator is sideways, so they could have just replaced it, but it was like smashed in really bad condition. I thought it would work, and it just hasn't worked. Oh, that just went all the way over there. But yeah, it hasn't worked for me yet. That's probably why I'm doing this. I would have put it in a better condition space gray casing, but it's a gold phone, and I actually had this gold phone, which was F-my-on and water damaged, of course. I don't even know if it has a passcode or not. I've never gotten that one to boot. So yeah, this logic board is also missing a screw, which wasn't in there when I got it, so that's another weird thing. Oh, oops. I put in the camera connector underneath the logic board. That's why it flexes. Oh. Okay, I'm back. Try not to do that when if you're ever doing this. But yeah, as you can see, the connector's now on top of the phone instead of being underneath the phone. So that's a mild improvement. So now I can actually use the camera if I can get this phone to work. So yeah, now let's just start putting in one of the connector or bracket holders where a screw goes in. It's the one that you have to use the flathead screw for. Sorry, these are hard to get in. Let me just pause this. Okay, it's been like precisely 10 seconds, and oh, fuck. Okay, now I feel it's safe to resume the video. There we go. And I'll put back in the SIM card tray as well. I had to take it out because I had to remove the logic board for a second time. And now I think this is pretty much the easy part. If only I had my screwdriver. Oh, here it is. I'm going to start going from bottom to the top just so it's easier to see which ones I'm missing. So I'm going to first put in the one near the dock connector. Or, I don't know, I see people who call it a dock connector. Dock connectors are also just charging cables. It's, I don't know, same thing. But yeah, I'm going to screw this one in, not plug. Not sure where this one goes. I'm going to assume this one goes in here. If it doesn't, I am screwed. That does not go in there. No. Okay. I guess this one goes in here. I don't know how I messed this up. I don't know where this goes. I'll probably rewatch this video later and realize I'm stupid, and that this screw probably didn't come from this board or something. I don't know. Let me look at an unscrewed motherboard and see. Okay, I just put that screw in the missing thing where there is no screw. I don't know. Maybe I accidentally took that out sometime and I somehow lost all memory of it. But that's literally the only place on the board where there's not a screw hole, or like an empty screw hole. So I'm mildly confused. But yeah, I guess let's test the board now. I don't think this battery is charged, and I'm not quite sure if the charging port on this phone works. I would assume it does, as it's clean, even though it's water damaged. Charging ports are usually very durable, or, you know, long-lasting in water damage incidents. But yeah, I might have to just charge this battery on a different working iPhone 6 later to see if that'll work. So let me just grab my iPhone charging cable and see what it does. It's just kind of like bonus footage of the video. It's probably going to do nothing, as that's what it's done before. Yeah, it's doing absolutely nothing. This screen works too. But yeah, I guess I'll try to fix this off camera, and then who knows, maybe I'll make a refurbishing video if I somehow do get this board to work. But yeah, that was basically the video of me swapping logic boards with an iPhone 6. It's fairly easy. I used to think it was extremely hard, but no, it's just a bunch of screws. It can seem extremely hard or like intimidating to do, but it's really not. And yeah, also the LG G6 I found in the Target bin, I'm going to be refurbishing as well, as I've literally bought every part needed to make the new phone besides the logic board, as every part on the phone is damaged in some way. But yeah, so this is basically the phone as of now, and I'm going to try and fix this off camera, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.